Oh, this is going to be huge. There'll be thousands here a little bit later on this morning. Every year just grows larger and larger. Right now, people are just beginning to trickle in. Fortunately, I had the honor of meeting Cheryl Perkins, as you do as well. Cheryl, a survivor, which is so exciting. And that's a really big part of this event, celebrating survivors and sharing stories to help empower other women as well. So Cheryl, you've got a really interesting story. So can you tell me a little bit about where this all began for you?
For me, I was 35 years old, breastfeeding my youngest daughter, and I felt a lump. And I was concerned because it just didn't feel right. And that's one thing I want, the listeners to know. If you feel something that doesn't feel right, be persistent and get it taken care of. Ask questions. So I called the doctor, and they initially didn't feel like it was anything, too important. It could have been a clogged milk duct or something. So they suggested I wait 2 weeks and see what happened. At the 2-week point, I couldn't wait to get that call in and, get back with the doctor, who then scheduled a mammogram. And it was suspicious that day, so they sent me right in for an ultrasound immediately that day, and then for a biopsy that same day. And it was just a whirlwind of events. So
it all moved so quickly, and it's good that it did.
Yeah.
And what did they discover from that biopsy?
They discovered stage 2 triple negative invasive ductal carcinoma.
And that's a scary
That
diagnosis.
is very scary because there's not much known about it, how to treat it. It was just kind of, we'll try this, we'll see what happens, So very scary. Very scary.
And you went through treatments and you had surgery.
Yeah, I had chemo first to see if the chemo would shrink the tumor and if it responded to that particular regimen, and which it did. So I did chemo first, and then I had a double mastectomy, and then I had radiation for 6 weeks.
And you have now been cancer-free for over 10 years.
Yes.
Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. And I know you've been walking and participating in Race for the Cure with teams year after year. Many years. There's going to be so many stories. We see crazy costumes every year. There are laughter, there's tears, there's many stories shared. And thank you for sharing yours. And we'll be sharing others throughout the morning. Registration starts shortly. I'm just going to double check the time for that right in one of my notes here. We know registration starts in just a little bit. The race itself starts at 9 a.m. You can come on down and register at 7 a.m. And then at 7:45, the opening ceremonies begin. It's going to be a really special morning. So come on down if you can. Reporting live here in front of Comerica Park, Jennifer Ann Wilson. Back to you.